On a cold January morning, I decided to check out the Newtown Rail Trail from Churchville to Southampton, Pennsylvania, in the northern suburbs of Philadelphia. This portion is about 3 miles over an abandoned commuter rail line that SEPTA closed in 1983. As part of the Rails to Trails effort going on throughout the country, the good municipality of Southampton developed this bike and hike trail to connect to the Pennypack Trail all the way to the Delaware River. There's future extension north all the way to Newtown over this abandoned rail line. So to do the Newtown Rails to Trail, oh wait, that's a tongue twister. If you're doing southbound, starting from Southampton towards the city, there is no parking at the trailhead. So one thing you could do is you could park here at the Churchville train station. It's looks like it's been abandoned and closed. What I did was I parked here and walked about a quarter of a mile to the trailhead and then proceeded south. So I'm recording this at the tail end because I really didn't know where to park or how to do this. But to me, this seems like it makes a lot of sense. That quarter mile to the trailhead it's a little rough, and you'll see it. But at least you can park here. Looks like the railroad ties are still here, but the metal rails have been removed. I can see the gravel bed as well. So one of these things that these abandoned rail lines are great for is they run fiber optic cable along the rail line. And in some ways you could say that fiber optic cables is part of a transportation network, an information highway. So I think there are some regulations, approvals that they don't have to obtain because some of these rail right-of-ways were obtained hundreds of years ago. Okay, crossing Bristol Pike, and here we are at the start of the Newtown Rail Trail. The trail is open from sunrise to sunset. No littering, bicyclists. Okay, you can bicycle on this trail. No loud music or abusive language. No camping or fires. I wonder what this little thing is. Huh. A little information placard. Nice concrete posts and some wood slats. Very nice, nice and wide, and looks like it's well maintained. Little rest stop. It looks like this is almost brand new. Here's another fiber optic cable line. Judging by how narrow this path is, this must have been a single line track all the way out to this town way back when. So they're only running trains in one direction at a time. Curious to see when they stopped running this line and how long it was sort of abandoned. There's a lot of history readily available online. This railroad spur was planned as early as the 1830s and built mostly in the 1870s by the Philadelphia, Newtown, and New York railroads. It was part of various railroads competing to run a railroad line from Philadelphia to New York. The railroad company built the line from Philadelphia to Newtown, Pennsylvania. The intent was to build a bridge across the Delaware River and run a track to Somerset, New Jersey. In the end, 40 miles to Somerset was never built, and the railroad abandoned Somerset Junction. I've oversimplified what happened, but it's one of those what could have been with Newtown as the major railroad hub instead of going through Trenton. Looks like I'm crossing over a creek. Ooh, it'd be interesting to see what kind of bridge infrastructure is built. Looking on this side, the creek continues on. It is very quiet and picturesque out here in the winter. There's very few people out. It is pretty cold. I think it's about 30, maybe 29 degrees. And there is supposed to be more snow coming. Crossing paths, one jogger. I can't jog anymore nowadays. And looks like we're coming up on another parking lot, I guess. Yeah, looks like it's another entry point. Didn't see this on the map. Here we are. This land here probably was used for industrial or commercial uses, but looks like we're coming up on another bridge. So at some point when the trains were running on these rail lines, it was probably not a great spot to be living against, but it probably wasn't such a great spot to be living adjacent to a rail line, because you might have trains running 24 hours throughout the night, or late at night at least. But now that all of this has become rails to trails and it's all open, I think some of these residences and properties have probably become a lot more desirable, because you have this nice public amenity at your fingertips. Of course, you do have some strangers walking in your backyard, but I think over time these properties have a nice little public resource at their hands. And look at this house. They built a fence and a gate. Oh, how festive. Set up a Christmas tree for everyone to enjoy, and some steps in. Merry Christmas. That tree's not doing so well. Neither is that one. All right, coming up on State Route 132. It's a major road, and we're just walking through the underpass. You can see a number of conduits that are run, as well as the sewer line. Must be fast flowing because it's all exposed to the cold. Hopefully nothing freezes. Some more industrial properties in the back. See dumpsters and abandoned trailers. And looks like someone planted some invasive bamboo here. You do have to be careful about these invasive Asian varieties. It does start to take over things. You just don't have any panda bears around here eating away the bamboo shoots. All right, looks like I'm coming up on another train station, abandoned train station. Looks like it's been abandoned for a while. It's got that Victorian era design. Some of the shingles, some of those curved shingles on the side. And is that a slate roof? Yeah, looks like it's a slate roof, but it'll last you a long time. Abandoned railroad ties. Looks like the rails came right through here, and this was the loading platform. There's the name of the train station, the name of the abandoned train station, the Southampton train station. Oh, and looks like here's a little information kiosk with some old photos. Southampton Rail Station Society. Huh. It's got a little drawing here. R. Ross, architect and planner. Huh. All right. Oh, they call this the shingle style. I gotta look that up. Bristol, Bucks County. James R. Rose, architect and planner. Looks like they did the measured drawings, elevations, sections, and some plans. And a little site plan. Curious when this was done. As an Eagle Scout project, he raised the funds, obtained donated materials, engaged skilled craftsmen, and appeared before the Upper Southampton Township Commissioners. Doesn't say when, though. There's no date on it, but it looks like it was a while ago. 1986. All right. Well, it's been here for a while. This little information kiosk. Very nice. And then the Pennypack Trail starts over there, across the street from 2nd Street Pike.